My name is Karrie, and I'm one of the founders of the 7 Academy. With the idea of having your own place that you could brand, not beholden to external venue hires and stuff like that. Happened to mention this idea to a friend of mine and a businessman, and he thought it was a great idea, and he said, "But he thinks it needs to be indoors," and that's where the kind of idea came from, really. There isn't another venue, certainly in the southeast of England, which encompasses a tech area where we use a lot of the icons, but we also have a 20 by 18 meter pitch where we can again use the wireless circuits very well, up to 20 meters apart for different sort of outcomes, objectives, but also we can then play using the equipment, different types of opposed practices, 2v2s, 3v3s, target games. Because we have 2 wireless circuits, we can have one set at either end, and rather than scoring in goals, we're scoring against target paddles. What attracted me so much to the equipment was, of course, the technical side of the development. You're passing, you're receiving, you're turning, but really the cognitive aspect. And for me, as a coach and a scout, the hardest thing to coach is the brain, but football's played in the brain. So for me, when I'm looking at it from a scouting point of view, we're looking for, okay, so technically you might be good, athletically you might be good, but do you make good decisions? So can you see something, can you decide an action, and then can you execute it? And so for me, these products can expose that attribute, because our venue allows us to do so. We run periodic talent ID events, and we had a boy that came to us at the start when we opened 8-9 months ago. The improvement in him technically has been excellent, and cognitively, so his scanning has improved. He came to our talent ID event, even as one of our members, and he's been picked up and he's currently been offered a trial at Brighton. So essentially we use the data to shape, because we work in small group sessions, so you have 4 players to 1 coach. We know who's coming into our sessions, so we then use their data from the data hub to, say for example, if we're playing Pathfinder Plus and we've set the target lights for a certain time, say 4.5 seconds, also we then use that as the benchmark to then try and increase by 0.1 of a second to improve them and to get quicker at hitting the target. Whether it be from a social and gamification point of view, or from a coaching point of view to improve technique and, I said, cognitive development, it ticks every box. And the 2 overlap as well, because even when we're in a coaching environment and we're trying to improve a player technically and cognitively, like I said, they're scanning, you still bring the gamification element into it because of the tellies, the leaderboards, the competitiveness, beating each other's scores. But if you're doing it from a coaching point of view, as long as we focus on the coaching side or the development outcomes that we want to achieve in the session or for that player over a period of time, the gamification stuff is where they get really engaged. So for me, yeah, it ticks every box. Feedback we've had, it's been really good. Our age range that we coach is 6 to 16 primarily, so children, and even I was surprised at how engaged they were, not only in the actual taking part and using the equipment, but certainly the leaderboards, the scores. Yeah, that even surprised me at how engaged and how interactive and how much that would drive the competition between players when they're in a session. And the ESA is good, the communication is good, and there's feedback from both ends to try and help develop 1, the product, and 2, then how we can utilize those products better. But for us, the long term is to keep growing this centre and open more.